So we will see. So now we will see what are the all the components and how they work. Fine. So we will see these are the basic structure of the embedded system, how it works, how the workflow goes on. Then we will see the definition of each and every part, what they are used. Fine. So yeah, so this is the basic structure of the embedded system. First, we take the data input from the sensor, then it is fed to a analog to digital converter. Then when analog to digital converter converts it, then it is fed into the processor, and then it is again converted into analog signal, and then it is converted into actuator. And as you can see, the sensor is linked to a memory. So I told you the function of memory yesterday. So what is the function of memory? Can anyone tell me?
Sir, for storage of the data.
For
Sir, for
storage
storage
data.
of the coding.
Oh yeah. So first we will see what is the use of sensor. As I told you, by taking an example of simple hand sanitizer dispenser machine, what the sensor does? Sensor gives the data. Just a second. Yeah, what the sensor does is, sensor first gives the data. Suppose in a hand sanitizer dispenser machine, the ultrasonic sensor what it does, it detects our hand, if our hand is present or not. If then the sensor gives the data to microcontroller, and that it has sensed the hand, and now it can dispense the sanitizer. Fine. So
Excuse
the
me,
use
sir.
of sense. Hello.
Sir, can you tell what is the meaning of that ASIC?
Yeah, I will tell that. I will come one by one to all the definition like A and D converter. Can anyone tell me what is a signal?
Sir, signals are the waves that help to communicate or send any waves to another that helps in better functioning.
Okay, anyone else?
So signal are the waves which are used to transmit the information.
Yeah, it's a simple definition. Signals are used to transmit information. Fine, that's the use of signal. So here we will see how the signals are transmitted. Has anyone seen the signal? What types of signal are there?
No, sir.
Can anyone have deal with the signal to transmit information, or you all just know the definition?
So like in the remote, when we switch on the television,
Yeah,
we press a button in the remote, so the remote is transmitting the signal to the television, due to which it is started functioning.
yeah, kind of, you can tell it also.
Sir, the remote controlled cars.
Yes, remote control cars. Yeah.
So the artificial satellites which is moving in inside the space.
Okay, anyone else?
Sir, in the AC.
Sir,
In the
air
AC.
conditioner. The remote, remote of air conditioner.
Okay, fine. So the basic use of the signal is it to transmit information. All you say, like for transmitting the information, like turning on the TV or turning on the AC or controlling a remote control car. Yeah, we all provides a signal and all transmits information. You all were correct. So there are two types of signal: analog signal and digital signal. Can anyone tell me the difference between an analog and digital?
Digital signal, sir, it includes only 0 and 1, but
Okay.
analog, but the analog they include, sir, more number, and it is not limited to 0 or 1.
Yeah, sure. I will draw the signals, types of signal. Give me a second. You can note it also. There are two types of signal. One is analog and other is digital. Fine. So what is the difference? So as you can see, this is an analog signal. Fine. Sorry. This is an analog signal. It can have any value. Fine. From it can have 0 to 5 volts. And in digital signal only there are two values.
0 and 1.
0, this is 0 and this is 1. Fine. So what is the help? Can anyone tell me what is the advantage of the analog digital signal or analog signal? So see, the basic difference between an analog signal and digital signal is that in analog signal there can be loss of information when we are transmitting the data. Why there can be a loss of interference, loss of data? Due to external waves or due to air, there can be loss of data. But in digital signal, as there are only two values, 0 and 1, so it is quite accurate. There will be no loss. So we are using, basically that's why we are converting an analog signal to digital signal. So that's why it is used, we are using an analog to digital converter. Fine. Anyone having any doubt in this analog to digital converter?
No, sir.
Fine.
No, sir.
Then after the signal is converted into a digital data, we are feeding the data into the memory or into the processor. If we want to store the data for the future use, then we will send the data to the memory. Fine. And if we don't want to store, then we will send the data to the processor or ASIC. So someone asked is what is ASIC? ASICs are application specific ICs for different application, like for hand sanitizer dispenser, or suppose for remote controller. For specific applications there are different microcontrollers we can use that can be used only for that application only. We can't use for other applications. So it is quite cheap. The only specific application purpose ICs are relatively cheap. So they are called ASICs, ASIC, application specific integrated circuits. Fine. And
Yes, sir.
microprocessor is a general purpose microprocessor or the computer, we can say. Okay. Then after processing the data, suppose sensor gave the data, and where suppose it has sensed the data, like I have placed my hand below the hand sanitizer dispenser, so it sensed the data and it told the processor that I have sensed the data, and now the processor decides whether I have to dispense the sanitizer or not. In order, then I told you, the processor is the brain of the computer. It decides whether I have to dispense or not. Fine. प्रोसेसर अपना दिमाग लगाएगा और सोचेगा कि क्या मुझे अब सैनिटाइजर डिस्पेंस करना है या नहीं. अगर देन वो अपना डेटा दिया डिजिटल टू एनालॉग कन्वर्टर को. ठीक है. तो डिजिटल टू एनालॉग कन्वर्टर को दिया डेटा, तो फिर वहां पर क्या होगा, जो डिजिटल डेटा रहा वो एनालॉग में कन्वर्ट हुआ और वो डेटा फिर गया एक्चुएटर में. कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ एक्चुएटर?
We have not heard about it before.
Okay, fine. So what is use of actuator is to produce any action. Simple meaning, to produce any action. What produces action? Simple example. The best example of actuator is the motor. When you give the signal to a remote control car, the signal first goes to the analog to digital converter. Then the processor processes the data, whether I have to move forward or move backward. Then accordingly, it gives the data to analog, digital to analog converter. The signal gets converted into analog value, and then it gives to actuator. And actuator is a motor, so it gives the action. So it either it goes forward or backward. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here you can ask me, what is the use of digital to analog converter? Can anyone tell me what is the use of digital to analog converter? Why we are converting digital data to analog data?
Sir, digital to analog converter is a converter which is used to convert the digital signals into the analog signals so that we can understand it further.
Yes, sir. It will be easier to understand and control it.
But in the remote control robot, you are seeing the data. It is giving digital data or analog data. You don't know that, no? I am asking, what is the use of that? How it helps? ओके फाइन. सपोज एक तुम्हारे पास एक मोटर है, 5 वोल्ट का मोटर है या 12 वोल्ट का मोटर है. तुम उसको बैटरी के साथ कनेक्ट करते हो तो क्या होता है?
So it will start working.
It will start
It will
working.
start
Sir, it
working.
will start to rotate.
ओके. जब नया बैटरी यूज करते हो तुम, तो मोटर स्पीड से रोटेट करता है.
हाँ.
Yes,
और जब
sir.
Yes, sir.
बैटरी कम हो जाता है, उसका स्पीड कम हो जाता है.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
क्यों होता है वो?
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि उसका वोल्टेज ड्रॉप हो जाता है.
सर, जितना वोल्टेज कम होगा
हाँ,
उतना ही उसका
हाँ,
स्पीड भी
ठीक.
कम हो जाएगा.
ठीक. तो अभी अपने को स्पीड कंट्रोल करना है एक रोबोट का. तो रोबोट का स्पीड कैसे कंट्रोल होगा? उसका वोल्टेज वेरी करके.
Yes, sir.
वोल्टेज वेरी करके स्पीड कंट्रोल होगा रोबोट का. मोटर का वोल्टेज अगर वेरी करेंगे तो यहाँ पर डिजिटल टू एनालॉग कन्वर्टर इसलिए यूज करते हैं, अगर कोई रिमोट कंट्रोल से या उसका स्पीड कंट्रोल करना चाह रहा है तो उसको एनालॉग डेटा देना पड़ेगा, वोल्टेज कम बेसी करना पड़ेगा. तो जब ऐसा वाला सिग्नल देंगे उसको, तो वोल्टेज वेरी हो रहा है कि नहीं? पहले स्पीड बढ़ रहा है या कम हो रहा है? पर डिजिटल सिग्नल में क्या होगा? 0 या 1, हाई या लो?
Yes, sir.
समझे? आइदर वो बिल्कुल नहीं चलेगा या तो पूरा स्पीड से चलेगा. उसको कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते.
सर, दो
इसीलिए-
ही मतलब
हाँ.
दो ही आउटपुट होता है उसका.
हाँ. ठीक है. सो बेसिकली इसलिए यूज करते हैं. फाइन. सो ये बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर था एम्बेडेड सिस्टम का. इसमें किसी को कोई डाउट?
No, sir.
फाइन.
Sir, what is the function of ASIC?
I told you ना, ASICs are application specific integrated circuits. जैसे
Sir, they
बहुत
are
सारे
the integrated circuit which are used for only a particular type of applications.
यस. समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
एक सेकंड. So these are the definitions that I told you. So first we will see the definition. What is a sensor? It measures a physical quantity and converts it into an electrical signal, which can be read by an observer or an electronic instrument like analog to digital converter. A sensor stores the measured quantity to the memory. Any doubt in the definition that I told you before?
No, sir.
Yeah. Then
No,
analog
sir.
to digital converter. An analog to digital converter converts the analog signal into a digital signal. Fine. Processor. Processor process the data to measure the output and store it to the memory. Fine. Then digital to analog converter, it converts digital data fed by the processor to analog data. Okay, and then actuator. An actuator compares the output given by the digital to analog converter to the actual output stored in it and stores the approved output. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Anyone having
Excuse
any doubt?
Sir, so can you please explain again the actuator one?
Okay, sure. So what is the use of actuator? Basically, actuator provides the action. It gives the output. Suppose I am giving a command to a remote control robot to move forward. So I press the joystick. In the joystick, I gave the command to move forward. So the signal then it is received by the robot, and then the signal is received by the processor, and then processor gives the output to the actuator. And what is the actuator? It gives the action. It provides action. So you can tell the motor or any type of, like in a hand sanitizer dispenser, it is dispensing the sanitizer. When it is dispensing the sanitizer, there is a mechanism behind how it is pumping the sanitizer, or there is some motor, or there is some nozzle, something like that will be there to dispense the sanitizer. So that action mechanism is called as actuator. In simple terms, the basic example is a motor. Motor is an actuator. It gives the action. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So these are the basic structure of the embedded system. And now we will move to microprocessor and microcontroller. So as we told you, in this course, we will be learning about the microcontroller. So as I told you in the previous class, that Arduino is a microcontroller. Fine. So we will see what's the basic difference between a microprocessor and microcontroller. Can anyone say me, in our PC or laptop, what is there? There is a microprocessor or a microcontroller is used?
It's a microprocessor.
It's a microprocessor.
Microprocessor.
Okay. So why we don't use a microcontroller there in our PC?
Sir, because it is oriented to do only one kind of task. But in microprocessor, it is multitasking and can perform multiple number of tasks at a particular time.
Yeah.
Sir, and in PC, we can perform many tasks at a time.
Yeah, good. So that's the basic difference between a microcontroller and microprocessor. A microprocessor is a multitasking in nature. It can perform multiple tasks at a time. But microcontroller are a single task. They have a single task. In microprocessor, one more difference is there. We have to add externally RAM, ROM, input output ports, and timers. Okay. Just a hello. Yeah. So the basic difference between a microprocessor and microcontroller is that microprocessor is multitasking in nature. We can perform many tasks. Like in our PC, we can open many things at a time. Like we can use Google Chrome. We are using simultaneously. We are using Zoom. Simultaneously, we are using the Microsoft Office. So it is multitasking in nature. But in the microcontroller, we can perform only single task. It can perform only single task at a time. We can't do number of things like we are doing in a microprocessor. So that's a basic difference. In microprocessor, we have to externally add RAM, ROM, input output ports, timers, they are added externally. Like we have to add. But in a microcontroller, RAM, ROM, input output ports, and timers, they are cannot be added externally. They are embedded together on a single chip, and they are fixed in number. We can't increase it or decrease it. But in the microprocessor, we can vary it like according to our use. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So anyone having any doubt in this?
So phone will be microcontroller or microprocessor because it can perform a particular task in only one time.
What?
So the phones which we are using, it will be microcontroller or microprocessor type.
In phone we use microprocessor. Like in phone, we are using a number of apps in a single time we can use. Like in smartphone we use, like in smartphone we use microprocessor, but like in Nokia, in old phone, like in Nokia phone, then there the phone that we were using, it was a microcontroller based phone. But the smartphones that we are using, it's just like a mini computer. Like we can perform many number of tasks at a single time. Like suppose we are opening certain apps, many apps are running in the background also. Fine. Like while you are doing your class in Zoom, you can also use other apps. Fine. So it is performing multiple tasks. So phone also uses a microprocessor.
Sir, computer is microprocessor or microcontroller?
Computer is a microprocessor, as it can as there are number of apps we can use and number of different things we can do in a computer at a single time.
Yes,
कंप्यूटर
sir.
में अपन क्या करते हैं, एक साथ में क्रोम भी यूज खुला रहता है, एक साथ में माइक्रोसॉफ्ट विंडोज या माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑफिस भी चलता रहता है, वहां जूम भी चला सकते हैं, व्हाट्सएप भी एक साथ में सब चला सकते हैं. So computer also uses a microprocessor.
Sir, in
Fine.
which device microcontroller is used?
Arduino is a simple microcontroller that we will be going to study.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Fine.
and the old model Nokia phones.
Yeah,
also.
in all model Nokia phones, there are only one it has only basic one function. We can only call there. Fine.
কানে লগা মিলে সুবা কানতে কানে এটাও ক্যান্সেল কন্টিনিউ নাই না আজি এটা কি যদি ডিসকানেক্ট করে দিলে
Okay. So anyone having any other doubts in microprocessor and microcontroller?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So before going to the Arduino, we will see some basic electronics. We will get a basic idea of some electronics equipments and how to draw a circuit diagram and how to deal with voltages and currents. First, we will see that, and after doing the basic electronics part, then we will go to Arduino part. Fine. So just let me open another PDF. My screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So as I told you, before moving to Arduino, first we will get to know how to draw a basic circuit diagram, how to connect the sensors and the actuators, how can we connect with the Arduino microcontroller, that we need to know before doing the programming part. So first we will be seeing a basic idea of the circuits and how to draw that circuits and uh, how to connect it with a microcontroller or Arduino. Fine. So what is a circuit? So basically,
Circuit is a path in which the electricity flows.
yeah, good. So basically a circuit is a path where a current flows. Fine. The right term to tell the define a circuit is a circuit provides a path for current to flow. For a circuit, there must be a start part and the end part that must meet at the same point, the start and the end part. In other words, a circuit must form a loop. Fine. Can anyone tell me what is the difference between electrical and electronics?
Sir, sir, means electrical materials are those materials which include the working with the means small means sir, high voltage power metals objects, and the electronic things are those which includes low power.
Low power or low voltage?
Low voltage.
Yeah, good. So the simple and basic definition between the electrical and electronics is that electrical deals with high voltages and electronics deals with low voltages. Okay, this is the first and basic definition. Fine. And in electronics, generally we deal with DC voltage, and in electrical, like we deal with high AC voltages. Okay, so this is the basic definition of a circuit. Can anyone tell me the basic difference? What is series connection and parallel connection?
Series means all the resistances are connected one after the another. So
Sir, in
the sum
series they
will
are connected
be,
one after the another in a particular sir series, but parallel
and
are
in
those in which
parallel,
they are.
it is in a vertical section.
It is in a vertical section. Can anyone tell me in series a voltage is constant or current is constant?
Sir, the voltage is not constant.
Current is constant.
So the current is constant.
In which type? In series type.
Yes, sir.
And in
Yes,
parallel?
the
Yes, sir.
voltage can drop here in series.
Okay. And in parallel? In parallel, which is constant? Voltage is constant or current is constant?
Current voltage. Voltage will be constant if the resistances are same, no?
No, if resistances are not same, then
Also we take voltage as constant.
okay. So everyone is, I will explain you what is series connection and voltage connection. Fine. So everyone understood what is the circuit? Class 7th and 8th student.
Yes, sir.
Class 7, 8,
Yes,
everyone
sir.
understood what is a circuit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then there are two types of connection in a circuit. There is a series connection and there is a parallel connection. ठीक है? Suppose मैं दो LED है मेरे पास, दो बल्ब है, उसको मैं ऐसा सीरीज में लगाऊंगा. ये बल्ब 1 है, ये बल्ब 2 है, फाइन। ये बल्ब 1 एंड ये वाला बल्ब 2। अगर दो बल्ब ऐसे सीरीज में कनेक्टेड है, मतलब इसका पॉजिटिव, इसका नेगेटिव, इसका पॉजिटिव, इसका नेगेटिव, दो बल्ब का इसका पॉजिटिव देन इसका नेगेटिव इसका पॉजिटिव से कनेक्टेड है, अगर ऐसा कनेक्शन होता है तो इसको बोलते हैं सीरीज कनेक्शन, फाइन। देन अगर मैं दो बल्ब को ऐसे लगाऊं, यहां पर इसका जो पॉजिटिव है यहां आया, इसका पॉजिटिव यहां आया, तो इसको बोलते हैं पैरेलल कनेक्शन, फाइन। सो इसमें क्या होता है, सर्किट में क्या फ्लो होता है, करंट फ्लो होता है कि वोल्टेज फ्लो होता है?
Current.
करंट फ्लो होता है।
Current.
ओके, तो सीरीज कनेक्शन में क्या होता है, करंट क्या पॉजिटिव टर्मिनल से फ्लो होगा, नेगेटिव टर्मिनल में जाएगा। करंट फ्लो हुआ ये यहां से, तो
Yes, sir.
जो पूरा पूरा सर्किट में जो करंट होता है वो कांस्टेंट रहता है इन सीरीज कनेक्शन, बट वोल्टेज ड्रॉप होता है। सपोज ये बल्ब कुछ वोल्टेज लिया ऑन होने के लिए, सपोज ये है 12 वोल्ट और ये एलईडी 2 वोल्ट वोल्टेज यूज कर रहा है जलने के लिए, तो 12 माइनस 2 ये बल्ब को कितना मिलेगा, 10 वोल्ट्स मिलेगा, क्योंकि यहाँ 2 वोल्ट्स यूज हो जा रहा है। तो यहां पर करंट कांस्टेंट रहता है, वोल्टेज वेरी करता है, ठीक है। बट इन पैरेलल कनेक्शन सपोज ये 12 वोल्ट का है, ठीक है, तो ये पहले ये जो इसका जो पॉजिटिव वाला है ये बल्ब से भी कनेक्टेड है, ऊपर वाले बल्ब से भी कनेक्टेड है, तो दोनों को 12 वोल्ट मिलता है, बट इसका कुछ करंट अलग हो सकता है एंड यहाँ ये ब्रांच में करंट अलग हो सकता है, ठीक है। तो सीरीज कनेक्शन पैरेलल कनेक्शन कब करते हैं, जब अपने को वोल्टेज कांस्टेंट चाहिए, और सीरीज कनेक्शन कब करते हैं, जब अपने को करंट कांस्टेंट चाहिए। सबको समझ में आया ये सीरीज एंड पैरेलल कनेक्शन?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
क्लास 7, क्लास 8, क्लास 9, 10th?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
अगर
sir.
किसी को कुछ भी डाउट है तो और एक बार पूछ सकते हो।
सर ये पैरेलल कनेक्शन में जो आप बोले वो दोनों बल्ब में कितना कितना जाएगा, 12 वोल्ट का है तो?
See, suppose our battery is 12 volt and this LED wants 12 volt and this LED wants 12 volt to turn on. So यहाँ पर भी 12 वोल्ट जाएगा, यहाँ पर भी 12 वोल्ट जाएगा। अगर मेरा बैटरी 6 वोल्ट का रहता तो यहाँ पर 6 वोल्ट जाता, यहाँ पर भी 6 वोल्ट जाता, ठीक है। तो ये जितना वोल्ट्स का बैटरी रहेगा वो उतना वोल्ट्स यहाँ पर जाएगा। समझ में आया?
यस सर, थैंक यू।
एनी मोर डाउट्स?
नो सर।
Okay.
Sir, why in the parallel connection and the current flow is not in balance?
Why in parallel connection?
Sir, in series connections, the current flow is means everywhere it goes same, but in why in parallel connection it is not same in everywhere?
Okay. See, there is a relation. You all know about Ohm's law?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Class
sir.
7, class 8, everyone knows?
No,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
Okay. In which class you are?
8.
Class 8. There is a relation called V equal to IR. Okay. V equal to IR, where V is voltage, I is current, and R is resistance. Okay. So can anyone define what? Hello.
Sir, there you have written with a resistor, and in the parallel one you have written with a series resistor. So, sir, what is the difference between the two?
Where I have written that?
Sir, in the series part you
Okay,
have
okay,
written.
okay. I will I will tell that. I will tell that. First, see, those who don't know, like previous, the question was why the current is not, why the current is constant in series and why it is not in parallel. So there is a relation V equal to IR. Suppose the resistance of this bulb is 5 ohms. Okay, and this bulb is 4 ohms. And this bulb is suppose 6 ohm. So according to V equal to IR, the current in this bulb will be more or this bulb will be more.
So the upper bulb.
In the upper bulb, the current will be more. How?
In the lower bulb, because where the resistance will be less, current will be more.
Yeah. When resistance is less, the current is more. Can anyone define what is resistance?
An opposition force, here speaking opposition for the current flowing.
Current, yeah. Yeah, basically resistance can be defined as a opposition to the current. When there is more resistance, then the current will be less. When the resistance will be more, current will be less, and when the resistance is less, the current will be more. Everyone understood it? So in this, the resistance is more 6 ohm. So the current will be less, and there is here it is 4 ohm. So the current will be more. Fine. But in series connection, suppose this resistance is 6 ohm, this resistance is 4 ohm. So in a single circuit, the resistance is 6 plus 4, 10 ohm. So V equal to IR. V is 12, I is not known, R is 10. So current is 12 divided by 10, 1.2 ampere. Everyone understood it? Or anyone having any doubt?
Sir, if in that parallel connection one bulb will be fused, so then in the means the left bulb, how much volt it will go?
In which in parallel, in this parallel connection?
Yes, sir.
In parallel connection, if upper bulb is fused.
So that lower one.
Yeah, if lower bulb is fused, there will be no. First, tell me what do you understand by the term fuse? What happens when the bulb gets fused?
The filament
Sir,
gets broken.
The filament gets
The
broken
bulb does not work.
and it does not glow.
Basically, yeah. So why it gets hits? When there is very large flow of current. When it draws a very large amount of current, then what, the bulb gets heated up and it bursts. So when it, can you please mute yourself? Yeah. So when a bulb gets fused, a large amount of current gets flowed. So the upper bulb will work and the lower bulb will not work. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So anyone having any more doubt in series and parallel connection? So this is an example of series connection. In series connection, you see three LEDs are connected in series with a resistor with 9 volt power supply. So I have taken a 3 resistor in series, and there is a resistor in between, and it is connected to the power supply. And in the parallel connection, 3 LEDs are connected in parallel along with a series resistor. So what is the meaning of a series resistor? So suppose 3 LEDs are connected like this.
So what did you ask?
I didn't ask anything. I am explaining the below circuit diagram.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Before somebody asks what is the meaning of a series resistor. So when I am connecting 3 LEDs in parallel, then a resistor is connected with a battery in series. That's why we are telling with a series resistor with 9-volt power supply. So series resistor with 9-volt power supply means we are connecting a series resistor with a 9-volt power supply. Fine. So this is the meaning of series resistor. But here, what is the circuit diagram? One LED is this, one LED is this, and this. There are total 3 LED. Okay. And there is a battery. And a register. Somebody asked me why it is not written series here. Here what we are doing, here we are connecting 3 LEDs are connected in a series along with a resistor. Here everything is connected in series. But here 3 LEDs are connected in series and in parallel, but the resistor is connected in series with 9-volt power supply. That's why we have written in series with resistor with 9-volt power supply. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Anyone was asking the doubt that why we haven't written the series here and we have written a series here. It's clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the basic series and parallel connection. If anyone having any doubts, you can ask me again. I can make you understand once again. Or else we will move further.
So that Ohm's law, I cannot understand.
In which class you are?
Sir, 8.
Okay, sure. Class 10 student, can anyone tell me the definition of Ohm's law?
Sir, in an electric circuit, when resistance is applied and the current is flowing, then the means the potential difference across the two ends of the conductor is directly proportional to the product of the current flowing and the resistance at a
Okay.
constant temperature.
Yes, sir. At a constant.
Okay, see. Ohm's law was given by a scientist. So what it tells is, suppose there are 2 points and there is a resistor in between. What resistor does everyone knows? Resistor opposes the current. Fine. So we are applying a voltage, or suppose we are connecting a battery here. A simple battery we are connecting. Okay. Then what will happen? A current will flow in the circuit as the circuit is complete. A current I starts flowing from in the circuit. So Ohm's law states that the current that is flowing in the circuit is directly proportional to the voltage that between the 2 points. Which 2 points? Suppose I take this as a 1 point, this 1 point, and this as 1 point, where the resistance is connected. So Ohm's law states that Ohm's law was given by a scientist. He told V is directly proportional to current. So what is the meaning of directly proportional? If voltage increases, current also increases. If voltage decreases, current decreases. Okay. So when we gave the equation, it comes as V equal to IR. Fine. What is R? R is the resistance. It also depends on the resistance of the conductor. Now you understood the Ohm's law?
Yes, sir.
Anyone having any more doubts in this? Or want to ask something else? Should I move forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. I am clearing all the drawings, or if you want to draw something, you can draw. Now, what is the application of the circuits? Where the circuits are used? I can tell circuits are used in everything, in all the devices or the gadgets that you are using. Electronic circuits are used to make modern electronic devices. They help devices and machines to become mobile and compress. Day by day, the circuits are becoming very compact. Okay, like even if you heard about like the computer, in earlier days, the computer were like in the size of the room. Big computers were there, but now the size has been decreased drastically. The size has been decreased. So day by day, the size of the circuit is decreasing, and you can find all the circuits in every devices, from like mobile, laptop to remotes and TVs. In everything, the circuits are present. Fine. So these are the applications of the circuit. Then, can anyone have seen a breadboard? Basically, in breadboard, what we do, we connect the circuits. It helps to connect the circuit without using the soldering and all. So suppose you want to make something. So what breadboard does is you can easily connect your circuits in the breadboard without doing any soldering and all. And after checking the circuits, and after then we go to fabricate our circuit by soldering. Okay. Anyone have seen any breadboard before?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
you all have used it?
Yes,
Class
sir.
7, 8,
Yes,
9,
sir.
10.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So okay. So I will tell you what basically a breadboard, what it does, it helps to connect the circuit without the need of much wiring. It reduces the wiring and all. It reduces the soldering. We don't want to solder anything. Then directly we can use the breadboard. Fine. So on this screen you can see. In the screen you can see the breadboard. This is a breadboard. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So ब्रेडबोर्ड में जो होता है कैसा कनेक्शन कैसा रहता है, वर्टिकली सब शॉर्ट रहता है, पता है वो चीज?
हाँ सर.
हाँ. सो देखो ये एक ब्रेडबोर्ड है, ठीक है. यहाँ पर ये ऐसा वर्टिकल लाइंस बने हुए हैं, डॉट डॉट डॉट. ये सब क्या रहते हैं, इंटरनली शॉर्ट रहते हैं. तुम कोई पिन को यहाँ कनेक्ट करो या यहाँ कनेक्ट करो, एक ही बात है, ठीक है. और ऊपर में जैसे यहाँ पर है, ये एक हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन है, देखो लाइन है, वो एक शॉर्ट रहते हैं. और फिर बीच में जो गैप है वो वहां कुछ नहीं. फिर ये जो वर्टिकल लाइन जो रहते हैं ये ऐसा शॉर्ट रहते हैं, ठीक है. तुम कोई पिन को अगर यहाँ कनेक्ट कर रहे हो या कोई पिन को तुम यहाँ कनेक्ट करो या कोई पिन को यहाँ ये पिन में कनेक्ट करो, सेम है, ठीक है। फिर ये रो का ऐसा सब शॉर्ट रहता है, ठीक है। तो सपोज तुम लोग को 2 पिन चाहिए कहीं से, तो तुम एक पिन यहाँ कनेक्ट कर दिए, एक पिन यहाँ कनेक्ट कर दिए, अगर तुमको दोनों सेम पॉइंट में चाहिए तो। समझ में आया सबको ब्रेडबोर्ड?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
बेसिकली अभी तुम्हारा ब्रेडबोर्ड का यूज नहीं है, जब तुम प्रैक्टिकल कुछ चीज करोगे तब वहां ब्रेडबोर्ड अगर यूज करते हो तो तुम्हारा काम में आएगा। फाइन।
Yes, sir.
ये एक सर्किट प्रोटोटाइप है, यहाँ पर सब सोल्डरिंग क्या हुआ है। सो बेसिकली इतना सोल्डरिंग करने से पहले कोई एक सर्किट बना रहे हो तो तुम अगर ब्रेडबोर्ड में कनेक्ट करके चेक कर लेते हो तो तुम्हारे लिए इजी रहेगा। अगर तुम एक बार सोल्डरिंग कर लिए तो इसको खोलना बहुत मुश्किल हो सकता है, और तुम्हारा कहीं कुछ गलती हो गया सर्किट में तो पूरा सर्किट बोर्ड बर्बाद हो जाता है, तो वहां पर बहुत लॉस हो सकता है तुम लोग का। इसलिए फर्स्ट एक कोई सर्किट प्रोटोटाइप कर रहे हो तो इट्स बेटर टू डिजाइन ऑन अ ब्रेडबोर्ड। तुम ब्रेडबोर्ड में कोई सर्किट को आसानी से खोल सकते हो, इजीली रिप्लेस कर सकते हो, इजीली अगर कहीं तुम्हारा सर्किट कनेक्शन में कुछ गलती हुआ है तो ब्रेडबोर्ड में आराम से चेंज कर सकते हो। बट अगर ऐसा कुछ बोर्ड है जिसमें सोल्डरिंग किया हुआ है पूरा, जैसे तुम रिमोट कभी खोल के देखोगे वहां पर तुम पूरा सोल्डरिंग किया हुआ रहता है। सोल्डरिंग सबको पता है तो क्या होता है?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
पूरा फिक्स हो जाता है, तो वो खोलने में बहुत दिक्कत होगा और वहां पर तुम्हारा लॉस हो सकता है, ठीक है। तो इसलिए इट्स बेटर टू प्रोटोटाइप द सर्किट ऑन द ब्रेडबोर्ड। फाइन। So anyone
sir.
having any doubt till now
No, sir.
in the
No, sir.
circuit?
No, sir.
Okay. So we will be stopping here, and then tomorrow we will see the different components that we will be using, like what are the different types of electronics components that we will be requiring to design our circuit, that we will see tomorrow. If anyone having any doubt regarding the embedded system or microcontroller or microprocessor, or regarding any series and parallel connection, then you can ask me.
No, sir.
So जो क्लास 7th और क्लास 8 के स्टूडेंट्स है वो लोग को सब समझ में आ रहा है। Like 9, 10 series parallel connection they might have studied in their, like 10th में तो 10th वाले तो पढ़े ही होंगे। 7th and 8th standard students जो हैं तुम लोग को समझ में आया what is the circuit and what are the different types of circuit and connection, series and parallel connection, all you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. If you are having any doubts, then you can ask me anytime between the class, or you can also ask me tomorrow if you are getting any doubts. Then first we will I will clarify your doubts, and then we will continue next. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, my name is Ashok Kumar Parida, sir.
Huh?
Sir, you will show on practically or theory class now going on? After that, you will show practical things also.
Yeah, first we will see the theory, then we will see the practical things.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Any more doubts?
No, 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 sir.
Okay, so shall we end here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In the group, I will today send you a link. Daily joined with the same link. Fine. I will send you today, and daily we will continue with the same link. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.